Welcome everybody to today where we celebrate the Saturday of the 9th week of Ordinary Time. If we reflect upon today's Holy Gospel, we can question ourselves, who exactly is the Pharisees? Each and every one of us here have once heard about the Pharisees and the scribes, and we especially heard about them since we know that they came to crucify Jesus on the cross. So, today's Holy Gospel, we can definitely hear how Jesus had told each and every one of us here that the Pharisees and the scribes are the people who love seats of honor, who continue to really do something bad to the poor, to the point where even they spoke highly of prayer. Jesus told his disciples that they would be led to condemnation. So each and every one of us, as we strive to continue to reflect upon our own life, should question ourselves. In what aspects are we like the Pharisees and the scribes? And what can we as Catholics do so that we can change ourselves, so that each and every one of us can continue to go and unite with Christ? That is one of the biggest questions to which Jesus himself wants to bring upon each and every one of us. To be able to really reflect on that, the next question comes to this: what can we do in order for each and every one of us here to change the way we think, change the way we act? Because each and every one of us, if we don't do that, we will strive to realize that we are just the same human being. But if we continue to change ourselves, we will come to realize that there are a lot more elements for each and every one of us here to consider in order for all of us here to be able to draw ourselves closer to Christ. So being able to do that alone is going to help guide each and every one of us. The second lesson to which Jesus wants to teach each and every one of us is there is a comparison between the Pharisees and the scribes and this poor woman. To be able to understand the perspective, let's think about the distinction between the rich and the poor. And as obviously he mentioned, the rich is going to have a great variety of wealth to the point where they have everything they need in order to satisfy themselves, to the point where when they are rich, they can even buy luxurious items. How about the poor, on the other hand? What does living the life of the poor be like? We can come to realize that the poor isn't the same as the rich. The poor cannot afford her luxurious houses like the rich can afford. The poor cannot even eat any type of food they wanted to eat, even if they wanted to eat it. Like, the rich can be able to do that, but not the poor. And the poor can sometimes lack the shelter and lack any necessities for them to be able to continue to function throughout the life. Here, notice that there is a great distinction between the Pharisees and the scribes and the woman, to the point where the Pharisees and the scribes have contributed large sums of money. And how about the woman on the other hand? The woman had only contributed to coins. So the comparison here is going to come. What did Jesus say? Jesus had told all of us that the woman had contributed a lot. Now, why is it that the woman had contributed a lot compared to the Pharisees and the scribes? Here, if we think about it, notice that in today's Holy Gospel, it was mentioned that the woman had offered her whole livelihood, compared to the Pharisees and the scribes, where they, even though they contributed large amount of money, it's only a portion of their wealth. And they have other portions of their wealth that they use to spend on personal support. So there is a very, very big distinction. And what Jesus wanted to teach each and every one of us here is about the time that is offered to God. How often do we continue to dedicate our time so that we can allow ourselves to be able to listen to the voice of the Lord? Because each and every one of us here, some of us may continue to offer the time for the Lord, which is great, while for some of the others, we may lack a lot of time, and it is due to our occupation, our education, our family, any obstacles that prevents us from being able to spend time with God. So Jesus continues to invite each and every one of us here to make time for him so that we can allow the Lord to continue to transform each and every one of us, especially as we continue to prepare for the time to which the Lord is going to call each and every one of us here. So today, I challenge each and every one of you guys here to do one thing, and that is to really consider, do we continue to spend more time with the Lord, or are we spending more time focusing on ourselves? That is the question to which I am going to leave to each and every one of you guys for today. So thank you to each and every one of you guys for taking the time to listen to this reflection. And for more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below any questions that you may have about the faith. Thank you.